I have sounds and words to spread out of how to protect yourself from being vulnerable, vulnerable in unexpected situations, such like gun violent protections, fraud, falling into being a victim of scams. That's like spyware hacks, like cyber crimes that's been spreading all across the world and the nation as well. You know, we feel regretted that sorry that we live in a volatile world full of things that's been happening across the world in all the propagandas that's been posted. It's like it's like the image of the world looks like we live in a world of a scam. It's just like people saying the world is a scam, even though it can change. Because all to do for the world to change is make a lot of choices, share it to friends, and that can help make society change. Because I have ideas in notes to share on how making the happiness and how to make the society change, meaning make the economy as positive as it can be, meaning like recruit like mid class, low class, and some homeless people that we could change their life on as what we could suggest to do, but we don't have to please nobody as we can't please everyone because some people could look at life being boring because of their mental illness of what they're suffering from. We know we live in a world of unpredict unpredictability, unpredictableness. That's part of outgoing future. It's because like tomorrow, the next minute, the next second is a future. Nothing is gonna be guaranteed in life. Because just because something is published, the event's gonna happen the next day, it can cancel the next minute. Whenever the case decides to close. And we all understand everything can be mentioned as a scam of something. For example, Nigerian scam, IRS scams, Prince Nigerian scams, and telemarketing scams. That's common. That's like robot calls we all get. We all feel tired and sick of it and headaching of it. Because for me, instantly, I feel that it would be courteous for me to receive a text message, then an incoming call for me to answer because I have to prove what is in background of the call regarding because with these unknown phone calls, it makes it hard for me to know what is behind the person, what's behind the desk. Because we got solicitation calls such as sign up and enjoy this business, saying, are you interested in making cash? You could become a millionaire. And they told me they got a prize for you. They may try to sell you something that it looks legit and it's already not, and it's fake. And for me, I can only enter calls as like know your customer, just like these financial industries have bank regulations for anti-money laundering act for a person. And that's why they call it background checks, like know your customer. It's the same classification as that being a term. Because I have to do background checks on people before I can have a chance to take the risk on trusting them. And we could never judge a person of how they look, what language they speak, what's on their profile, because judging somebody is a case of discrimination practices that we all have to avoid, and it's unlawful under Federal Regulation Act, and it's global too, and it fits that law as well. And the thing is, for me personally, always do something to avoid being a target of something that they're afraid of, and we're not the person of. For me, for like somebody pretending to be a business and somebody being a scam artist, it makes it hard for it to be detected. And people are trying to play people, but I am well and I'm trained to spot those criminals. And those criminals are always going to become losers, as they supposed to be. And I want these negative people to become losers as what they deserve. And I regret saying something like this because I like having positive thoughts in my mind. Because what's out there that exists that people publish, it makes it look traumatizing for people. And it's making people look like you're a profile target to them, like you are biased because you putting out these propaganda speeches and these websites with these fake news companies. It's bullshit. Who would give a fuck about somebody posting who's going to win the election? Who's going to win the case on those trials and those false accusations of something that who could believe in? People are just putting this stuff out there just to target them. Just because something is published, it makes it easy for me to believe it's fake. And it's hard for me to believe the truth. Unless it goes through clear investigation and it collects these DNA samples, just like this drug testing samples. what you absorbed, not. People are making the world look bad because how these people are being trained and educated, and these governments are segregating them and enslaving them for freedom and injustice of, of, of the nation. And it's a whole entire case of supremacies and supremacists, just like Black Panther, rivalry with white supremacists and stuff, and discriminations fit categories of this nationalities, talking about personalities against this country, people from their country. We all have the right for freedom. We all have to treat everybody like we love each other, like we love brothers and sisters, twins, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. We love everybody the same way. We love our culture, our diversity. We like to see people grow. We like the world to be positive. I care for people's health. I hate to hear negative things happen to people. And I like to see the world change. Once I changed people's lives, I help people become positive. I made friends and stuff. I'm tired of enemies. I hate enemies for sure. Because enemies want hostile things to happen to people. Because what if we forced to go to war? Just like we have to join the military. This bullshit. Just like this World War One in Germany, this World War Two with the Nazis. That's going on in Germany and the Soviet Union. That has ended in the 1991. Like Eastern Europe, like Ukraine versus Russia. I love all kind of diversity that has an ancestry heritage of such as white Caucasian, Latinos, African Americans. It's just like Afro any nationality in Asian everything, Asian Pacific of everything, and Latinos of every nation, every nationality of that. And I want to see more results grow and grow. Let's not let's let's avoid listening to these radios and these television, these cable channels because they're out there to gossip at people, gossip at celebrities. They all there to make them look bad, and it's hard to detect. Why make fake stuff for somebody by using softwares? Let's crack out down on that stuff. And I would like to see social media become more regulated, more legislated, and all these school districts and universities and these junior colleges be regulated under metal detectors, just so it can slow down the violence, slow down the massive killings that's been going on in this world. And the US being the world's greatest gun violence. That's just like Syria that's been happening. Because you know we're supposed to use rifles just like we securities, but we only supposed to use it when we have a permit. Like we supposed to use it when we authorize of. But we know certain places don't allow you to carry certain things. I like to keep myself worried about what people plan to plot, and I would be afraid to look at that. Then we have to take a picture of that, show that to the police so they can tackle it down and terminate those users' accounts and names. And I would like to see social media become more legislated and background checks before the accounts get approved of. And we want to make sure nobody is registered under sex offender record and being listed as the most wanted terrorist and stuff. Just like they're listed under OFAC, meaning Offices of Foreign Assets. That's like federal, just like countries that are sanctioned. And it's not fair for the country to be sanctioned. It's fair for the individuals to be under sanctions. Because individuals have the right to be barred and forbidden to leave countries and leave states as well, based upon their record, which shows up in what it appears to be. We know how unfair the world we live in, and the corruption that's been happening. And it's always corrupt politicians, for sure. People who like to support those teams, those industries. For me, I'm only independent. And I can't be affiliated with any party. I could never be Democrat or Republican. I can only be independent because it's freedom to be in those parties. I don't like to be affiliated with any political party or class because it's all set to be under dictatorship. It's all set to corrupt people because you got to understand and remember that 90% of what's in the world is all negativity, meaning it's all fake, all propaganda, and all fake news, false advertisement, false commercial news that we hear. All those channels don't give a fuck about if people want to live long or not. All they want is the money and greed. But all I care for is health and people living long lives, longevities. I would encourage people to live a good life, live positive life, live safe, keep people away from these organized crimes, keep people away from desperate, keep people away from feeling depressed. Because because a lot of people don't even understand what people hear. Because what you listen to, you're letting them negative trends circulate in your mind, and it's gonna make you think about the fear. Because the fear is gonna make you be afraid of people. Because what the news is, it talks about all the negative trends, and it's a small percentage of positive news that happens. And we all have to be aware of our surroundings for our safety, our protectiveness. Because life and planet and Earth is all about risk taking. We all have to take risks, to take chances. Because media's systems, they out there wanting people to fail, meaning be loser. They want people to lose. They want people to fail. They don't want people to go nowhere in life. That's the advantage we have to take to go against them. We have to go against some of the teams to fight. We have to go against that and win those cases. Just like we have a debate we have to go against. There's so much battles I have to fight. If I'm accused of something, I have to get insurance to be insured that if I get in trouble by law, just to prove I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to fight those cases, get the right attorney, so I can get it dismissed. Because it's so much scenes that goes on every day. The past is already history. The future is unexpected. Futures are uncertain for what's going to be usual, like normal. I care for people about the world, not just family, not just my friends. I care for people I don't even know personally. Just to be honest, we know how hard friends and relationship is to keep because everybody got issues they have to handle, especially with pregnant women, married women with men, and the life, the struggles that people are going through. Because anything that happens, it's spread it out and it's affected everybody and it has impact on them. You gotta understand, life works as a team, just like an athlete on a football team affects the team. And teams, organizations have always known to be corrupt because they make it as team sport, like work as a team. Be disciplined to another. Act like you've been a captain of a football team. Don't and don't don't feel fear that we got to take the chance and the expectation goes volatile. Every day's volatile of what's going to be the next minute, the next second, because any day we are spotted, we are targeted for all the expectations that we subject to. We all have a subject to be inspected every day on what's happening, what the economy is. Because the thing is, you have to write a bill to change the proposal. Then it has to be election on debate. Who wins the case? Who wins the bet? Who wins against that? Because election is a bet. It's a gamble. Because life is all about being a gambler at some point. Not not just to be confused of being a gambler at a casino, gambler at having a business. Because God birthed us, gave us opportunities to live, and He made us ask for forgiveness if you need it. Because God is to help you keep your spirit up and soul and up the hill, up up the ladders, up for dreams and achievements. Because I want every biculturals to succeed, like Muslims, Christians, and Jewish, to support the peace that I have. I support the peace, the love, the kindness, the joy, the care, the love and beauty. This is something I want to be thoughtful of. I want to share what I have in mind to present myself of. It's just like I'm having a presentation of against. A lot of people don't know what people are. And it's hard to expect what they have that's intended of. We all have minds and intentions of what we can commit as us living in human nature, of human society, and its impact on the economic society as well. And the thing is, we live in some form of economic issues such as crimes that's been happening and people struggling to get jobs and homeless people that's starving, suffering from hungriness. Because if you're so hungry for a long time, you get weak. You don't. You shrink brain cells. You, you're not gonna survive. People are fighting to survive, and people are making a lot of wrong decisions and choices. For examples, people are wasting food, wasting money, wasting trash, and it's impacting our environment and the society and the health. And I would say wasting everything is damaging to the environments because you let all those toxic toxic airs that's colorless, that's odorless, absorb in the bodies, and you're not gonna know it, and you're not gonna feel it. and you may be tested positive for something you're never gonna know of, just because you're out in a toxic area. And keep in mind, there's always some toxic people that's impossible to avoid and to escape from, because how are we gonna know what's in the thought of what they're thinking about? How am I gonna know? You always have to keep in yourself if you got negative thoughts, but we can't judge you the way you look. We cannot. We reframe. We reframe discrimination by judgment. We always have to take chances by how your behavior is, what you're saying, what you're doing. It's not all about your gestures. It's about what I'm hearing the sounds of, and what I am feeling of you, of what you're influence of, that I could tell of, what I could spot. So many things that looks real. It's really hard to spot. People are really professional of a scammer, just like it's a counterfeiter. It's like we've been surviving in a crooked world. We survive with unpredictable nature that changed society, and I feel like we're the victims of it. And everybody's a victim at some point that they don't know about, and luckily they haven't been one. But you're the victim of what you're listening to and what we're hearing, especially when we go out in public. We hear nuisance sounds. We don't know what kind of sounds we hear. This is why keep your heads up, keep your eyes out wide and open for your safety when you go out, because you really have to watch what's around you these days. That's hard to spot that we're not going to know about, because we we live with unexpected agendas, just a bear. And I have notes. I had scriptures to share, just like I want to get somebody on the webcam, just like I'm speaking live, like at a concert, at a show, at an event. So I have to advertise on what my recruits are, and share this to subscribers and unsubscribers. So keep tuning in, and keep in touch, because I love to have customers, because I want to have partnership and some kind of relationship with the team, not just the person personally. So stay tuned in touch, and like my you're gonna like my videos, my speech, and feel free to tune in. We're glad to have you.